Hey guys, here's a Hough H100B, very old loader, and basically the design of it is nothing you will see today, although it looks like it's pretty much the same. Big difference that you can see is the cab. The cab is not mounted on the engine superstructure. You get it started here, and honestly it is actually it's a pretty decent sized machine. The cab, you could see right here, could range from 3 to 7.5 cubic yards. So you get an idea, 7.5 cubic yards is pretty big. Currently here it's plowing snow, so usually they just put a plow box on it or the snow pusher. Now the arms here that you see, the loader arms, are no different than you see today, except there is a little bit of history around them. What they used to have was, the old loader arms were front pivot arms, and basically what they were, before the articulated loaders came out, they would mount right behind the cab, so the arms would be next to the operator. And this caused the problem because the arms were moving right next to the operator, and it caused a safety issue with the operator, and it also caused for very bad visibility. Hough was actually the first people to invent the normal loader arms like you see here. And then basically, you know, everyone else followed after it. So, I mean, these arms that you see right here are they're the first of its kind on which this company Hough made. The machine is a 4-wheel drive, obviously. Now, usually when you have a loader, as today, you're gonna have the arms, the cylinder to raise the bucket, encased on 2 sides of steel. This one isn't. So when it goes to raise the arm, there's a lot of force pushed against, because it wants to come out on the side that has least resistance against it right here. So it's actually, you know, it's not a bad design, but there is a lot of force pulled out against it. The cylinders have the chrome side on this instead of where it would, the chrome side, well, not really the chrome, the actual cylinder casing would be on the back. And then there you can see your drive shaft. That piece right there is the articulation lock for the machine. And up there you can see your cab. Now the cab is obviously mounted on the front of the machine, not on the back superstructure. That was supposedly for better visibility, because it's closer to the arms, but I guess it didn't work out too well, since today they're mounted on the back. Now here's your back axle and obviously your front axle. Now the engine, normally it came with an international engine in it. The owner of this machine, which is also friends with my grandfather, which I learned from YouTube, has a 853 Detroit in it, which produces 300 horsepower for the machine. And back here you can see the fuel tank and the counterweight for the machine. Right there is your radiator, and you can see right where it says Hough up top. Up top there you can see 2 exhausts and the left side of the machine. Now I can't really show you because there's another loader here, but the back of it's very, very skinny. It pretty much just houses the engine. This machine is very old. There's really no emissions for it or anything. It's just pretty much the engine's there, and there's sheet metal on the sides of it. And then here's the back of it, and there's the pre-cleaner for the air filter. And here's how you get up into the cab of it, which is very different. Just a ladder for up into the cab. Now, what I found probably most interesting about this is the linkage for the machine. There's one cylinder right there, which then leads to this bar, and then it splices out into 2. I found that most interesting about it. It's something that I'd never seen before, and it's pretty not really used today. The bucket, you could see they welded on the extenders so it could fit this bucket right here. And you could almost make out where the original yellow paint is. Originally this machine would have the Hough yellow on it. And here's the front of the bucket and the front of the machine. Now, Hough was basically the first people to come out with a wheel loader in 1939. Eventually, they were bought out by Dresser, which then discontinued the Hough brand. Before that, International Harvester bought them out, so it was then International Harvester, then Dresser, which is now Komatsu. But I mean, they were the original people to make a wheel loader. Originally, it didn't have any articulation, and the back tires steered it, and it was short and stubby. But there you have it, guys, a Hough H100B, and hope you liked it.